Hello world, hello everybody. Here I am. Blazing sunny afternoon. It's still kind of cool out here though. You know the date, I guess. What is today? 23rd. Alright, so I'm out here, trying to keep my hands busy now because there ain't much to do here except for what you should be doing, right? And, got to get back at it. Got to practice for what you got to do, or just kind of get along the way you would get along anywhere and everywhere that you're at, no matter where you're at. So what I did today, this morning, was I dug a potato patch so I can plant potatoes. Let's have a look. And the reason I did this is, I yacked my game up there saying I can't do this and I can't that because it's so ground hard and this and that, can't this and that. Well, now that I'm here, I can't really not say much about I can't do this and that, and I don't garden in the old coolers. So I dug this bad boy up this morning. Didn't take me too long. And it was good work, it gets the blood going. Got to get the blood back going. Got to keep them muscles up. I was pretty muscly up there, boy. My legs were really starting to get ripped. Up and down them stairs and back and forth and chopping wood and doing all my things, right? And well, I'm not doing that anymore, but I got to do something because I can't go fallow on myself. So I dug this up. We're going to plant potatoes. A big old patch. I'm like, if I planted 2 rows of potatoes, I'd have potatoes for days. So I got to get used to that. The irrigation system is here. From when they did it a couple, 3 years back, they had this growing. So we're doing that here. Not much progress on the thingy. I don't have my weights to weigh it down and this and that. I haven't been cooking out here because I don't have my wood. All my firewood's up there now. I don't know how, I have to reload it back up, bring it back down here and all that kind of thing. $200 worth of firewood. So we'll see about that. Trimmed the trees for my mother so we have a nice situation going with these trees. We got to chop out half of these because half of them are dying. They're just too close together. Fruit trees are blooming. My brother's taking care of those. And, they're coming up. I don't think we're going to have another freeze here, but we're going to have a lot of rain because I have looked off the coast and there's a lot of storms, lined up coming in. And that's what brought on all these. If anyone knows something, well, now that I'm doing this video, let me get back in the garden. This is our rabbit fence, and we found a little rabbit inside here this morning, real early. Foxtail. I mean, you can't rip it up enough. And then when it rained so much, this stuff is absolutely, look at how much we already pulled. This morning. But it is absolutely everywhere. And I want to do goats eat foxtail. Because there's a fella here that rents goats to go and eat things that you don't want in your yard. So, boy, I'd sure like to know about that. Because foxtail is brutal. We have this here, what they call a greenhouse. I think it's just a house that's green. My mom's husband put it up kind of, I think as a joke. Because it's not a greenhouse. This is just net. We got this volunteer crop of this. I think that's Swiss chard, right? And some onions. See? But look at this. This is all foxtail. And I mean, it just like within the last 3 or 4 days went whoosh up here. Wild mustard. I'd like to kind of nurture that to see what I can get out of it. I got some out of the, oh, look at that. What is that? Some of that I did up there. And that was interesting. I got itty bitty seeds out of it and everything. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So I'll work on this until I can, for practice and this and that, and plus wherever you go, put in the garden as quick as you can. You never know, right? You know, even if you think you have to, you know, you're going to get runoff, what if you don't, right? So they're trying to grow grass here. This here, look at this. All these little green patches, that's this foxtail. It's just everywhere. And I mean, you know, within like hours, this stuff just goes boinks up. I'm going to redo this path. I know it's the wrong way to do these bricks. That'll keep my hands busy for about a month. Right? That's the well house and shed. Another fruit tree. All these pine trees. As you can see. So that's what's going on with me. Just being out here, you know, keeping busy until I can get something sorted out. Get more into the spring, more where I can think. This is really not a very good time of year for me ever. So, you know, that's what's going on with that. I have plans on going up to Long Fang Walk either first of the month or a mid-month. And, you know, make my presence known up there. I'm going to try and get that camper shell, that pop-up camper I have on at the trailer. Get it out there and just pick it out there and see if it gets abused and see what kind of thing goes on. Just out of, you know, something to do. And haul something up there. Put some markers where my land edges are. You know, that kind of thing. Get that done. So I can, you know, get going and get moving on that. I really, really want to get that going on. I figure, and everyone's really getting all over me about it. I say my septic system should be first. You know, water out no matter what. Whether you got electricity or water in or not, you got to have somewhere where that goes. And that way you could manage something, work with something like water haul or this and that, you know, get a big carboy or something for some water, but you can't put water in unless you've got water out. And that's just a given. Anybody having a different opinion, let me know, because this is going to start moving. I'm going to start getting it going on up there and getting at it, because lovely place, right? But it's too domestic for me. I have got to get back out in the bush. I just can't. You know, I appreciate everything that's been going on here and it helped me out and all that. And, you know, they know it. And I've told my mom, I got to get back out in the bush. I got to get back out into some hardships that move me forward, and, you know, that's fun. Because that's fun to me. For some reason, it makes my tongue hard to get out there in adversity and chip away at something and, you know, I don't know what it is. I just live and breathe for it. And up there, I'll tell you what, it's on. It is on up there if I get it going. So that's what's going on. I'm still on that. I'm going to shift back into a higher gear to, you know, to motivate. Gotta motivate, gotta get moving, can't stop, gotta get going, gotta get moving. Alright, so that's what's going on here. And we'll leave it at that. There we go. Anyway, yeah, I kid. and a house, you know, with white drywall. I just can't stand drywall. I have a real problem with it. For some reason, I got, you know, PTSD with drywall. Anyway, alright. So much for that psychiatric, you know, evaluation. Alright, live by your wits, not by your worries. Peace. Bye. La la la.